Ever since I moved to the Middle East, it's always been a dream of mine to visit Jordan, especially Petra, and this past weekend I finally made that dream of mine come true. Jordan is just a 3.5-hour flight from Abu Dhabi, and this was actually Wizz Air's first flight from Abu Dhabi to Aqaba, the southern part of Jordan. Given that this was the first flight from Abu Dhabi to Aqaba, they gave us a very special welcome at the airport. Our first stop in Jordan was in a beautiful resort in Aqaba. We spent the day hanging by the pool and enjoying the view of the Red Sea. At night, we went out into the city to enjoy some local Jordanian cuisine. This restaurant was recommended to us by a local, and it's famous for its homemade falafel. We walked around the city for a bit and found a pastry shop that had traditional sweets, such as kanafe, baklava, basbousa, and more. The next morning, we checked out of our hotel and headed back to the city to rent a car. It took a few tries, but after we finally found a rental car, we were headed off to Wadi Rum. This was my first time driving in a country other than the US or Japan, so I have to admit I was quite nervous, but thankfully driving in the desert was pretty smooth. About 2 hours later, we finally made it to the entrance of Wadi Rum. After parking our car at the village at the entrance of the desert, we were then picked up by someone from our camp who took us deep into the desert. Wadi Rum Desert, also known as the Valley of the Moon or the Valley of Sand, is the largest desert valley in Jordan, spanning 720 square kilometers. The vast mountains and breathtaking landscapes hold generations of Bedouin culture and history, and the views were absolutely breathtaking. We stayed in a camp about 7 kilometers from the village. During the day, we went on a tour all throughout the valley. For dinner, we headed back to our camp, where our host cooked us a traditional Bedouin-style dinner. These dishes were all prepared underground using the heat of the sand, sun, and fire. The next morning, we left the camp at 5 a.m. in order to head to Petra. Petra was about a 2-hour drive from Wadi Rum, and we got there just in time before it got too hot. Petra is a historic and archaeological city located in the south of Jordan and is known for its rock-cut architecture. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site and is also known to be one of the 7 wonders of the world. After spending most of the day exploring Petra, we headed back to Aqaba. Our last night in Jordan was spent in Aqaba, where we had dinner at a local seafood restaurant. Early the next morning, we got a cab and went to the airport, where we headed back to Abu Dhabi. Though 4 days is definitely not enough to explore the entirety of Jordan, I'm still so grateful that I was able to make this trip. Jordan was everything and more, and I can't wait to go back one day.